In this episode of The Lost Years, this is going to be part one. It's an introductory to a three-part series of the times where I lost myself in a world where nobody else could bother me. Hey folks, welcome back to the Rajiv Show, and I'm your host Rajiv Doreswamy. This show aims to help you reach out to those who are currently struggling in life and to remind you that life is indeed beautiful when you're inspired to make it your own. This is season 2 Life in India, episode number 6. Wow, we've hit number 6. The Lost Years, part 1. But before we begin, I would like to remind you to tune in every Wednesdays for fresh new episodes from yours truly. If you're watching this from YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell for further updates. And don't forget to send in that tiny love tap to that follow button if you're listening to this show from Spotify. All right, let's cut into the meat and bones. Why lost years? Let's start from the beginning part. It was 2008, as mentioned from my previous episode. I'm officially a high school dropout. I had no motivation anymore. I've lost self esteem, I've lost everything. I had no choice but to figure out a way to complete my education, and of course, I was homeschooled via an option presented by the principal at the time. And that's when things changed. My life changed because that was a period where I disappeared from my friends in school. I disconnected with a lot of people that I didn't want to talk to. And I just wanted to be on my own. My personal reasoning behind all of that is, of course, I was humiliated, I was ashamed, and I couldn't do anything. But behind those good years, those lost years, I had some good moments and some bad moments. And this is just a small sweet taste of the next two episodes. The good moments were the fact that I utilized those moments as my creative period, my experimental period in terms of my art and my music. Uh, and those were the times when I was isolated. I got to understand what I was doing, got to get in deep with my craft. I got to understand what my craft was worth, and I had to practice every single day. But of course, the bad moments, as mentioned earlier, was the years of being isolated. It took a toll on me even till today. I had a tough time. I have a tough time of speaking with people, expressing myself, communicating the things that I want to say was because of those isolation, because I never really spoke to anyone except my father, and the only language we had was the only language we had. And those that was terrible for me coming into society after 2015. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. This is the lost years. The life lessons were very simple. Be patient with yourself. Know when to time yourself. Learn to prepare. and spend time alone. I guess this is one of the things that majority of the people don't tell you is spend time being with yourself. Learn about who you are, what you want to do with your life, and everything else will fall into play. You know, you once you figure out, okay, this is what I want to do with my life, then you'll focus on that, and that is where you lead. That's where you learn to lead yourself. You learn to trust yourself. It's all part of the life lessons that I've learned throughout the last years. Stay tuned for part 2 and part 3. It's gonna be some interesting stuff the next coming weeks. And yeah, folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to check out an amazing collection of podcasters from the Philippines by following the Philippine Podcast Directory on Facebook. You can help support our directory by using the hashtag Philippine Podcast Directory, and I will see you in the next episode. Cheers.